Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we're looking at the Adams Revive hand polish.
Guess that I am wrong or how we're close now. I've been making my amends. Come and see. Where have you been off to now? Wait for me, dear beloved, lend me light as I wander off into the night, or I won't be found, or I won't be found.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're looking at the Adams Revive hand polish today. So hand polishes, are they any use to you as a kind of detailer or car enthusiast or whatever you're called? Well, first of all, now there is no substitute for machine polishing a car. Okay, so when you've got that fine swirl damage typically inflicted from washing your cars, and you need to kind of lower the level of your clear coat, if you like, the only effective way to do that, or time efficient way to do that, is using machine polishers and abrasives, you know, and you get more aggressive cutting compounds and lighter finishing polishes and all that sort of stuff. Can you shave clear coat by hand with a hand polish? Yes, you can, but you know, the rate at which you're going through the clear coat, you would be working on one section for like half an hour just to do a little tiny one by one section. You can't work the abrasives kind of fast enough to efficiently shave them. So that's the first limitation of hand polishing, okay? Now, hand polishes typically get around that by, first of all, accepting the fact that they're not there to do major correction. And if you read the product description for this, it talks about that, which is nice. You know, it doesn't say put this on your car and it will transform it. It says it's not kind of, you know, it's not for paint correction, it's more for bringing up the finish. So these hand polishes, they're generally formulated in a way where they contain abrasives, but they also contain fillers and glazes and gloss enhancers and stuff like that to bring the finish up. So what can I say about this Adams Revive hand polish? Well, the first thing is they sell the applicator to use the hand polish on, and it's two different types of foam. So this top bit you hold is actually quite a stiff bit of foam that, you know, it's gonna be taking quite a lot of energy, and if it's all soft, it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be gripping it quite hard and it's gonna be marshmallowing around your hand. The bottom bit is a softer bit of foam that holds the polish there, allows you to work it and isn't quite as, you know, aggressive on your paintwork. So the applicators are lovely. I've said before, they are expensive, but they are really, really nice. They're ideal for doing this hand polishing because you can get a good hold of them. So what you do is you lay that down, you lay some polish out on top of this. You know, when you're machine polishing, you'll be really careful about using too much because you can sling it around and you're not cutting effectively if you've got too thick a layer of polish. With this, you can use a fair bit. You're not going to be slinging it around. You spread it over your area and then you start working it, you know. You try and make sure you work it, not with tons of pressure, but just work it quite hard around the circles and then just go over the target area. They say leave it on there for a minute afterwards to kind of dry to a haze, and usually that means it's got fillers in it when it says that, or else what's the point? If there's no fillers, why leave it to dry? So you let it dry in and then you buff it back, and the nice thing is when you buff it back, it comes off nice in the microfiber and you see the nice finish below there. It's not kind of, as long as you let it dry so it's not slimy when you're buffing it back, and you'll see an improvement to the finish of your car. Like I say, you won't be using this system to do paint correction though. You will be using it to enhance the finish. Ideally before you go and put like a sealant, you know, Adams do a sealant or a nice wax on top. Now, I know a lot of the guys that watch these videos don't have machine polishers, so this is kind of ideal for anyone that hasn't taken the plunge and doesn't really particularly fancy the idea of doing paint correction and machine polishing your car, although I'd really encourage you to get into it because it's where the bang for the buck is. It's all about machine polishing in terms of bringing up that finish. But this is a good substitute if you haven't got machine polishers and your car doesn't have major kind of swirl damage that you're trying to correct. So you'd have a good standard of finish, and this will just bring up the gloss, and it's a nice product. So that is the Adams Revive hand polish. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. So this has been the Adams Revive hand polish. Important to say, whenever you're hand polishing, it's hard work. That's a little negative I didn't talk about. You're going to get a hell of a good workout. The more you can work the product, the more you can utilize the abrasives. And the second important thing is, after you have worked at that area, allow it to dry to a dry haze before you buff it. That's it with this product, and it will deliver what it says. It will improve the finish. It's a nice preparation on a car that's got a good finish, and then you can go on to apply a sealant or wax on top of that, and you'll get good results. So I'm keeping hold of this one. It's a decent product, available from Jeff, you know, friends of the channel, and thanks for sending it in for review, from Prestige Car Care, who are the sole UK distributors of the Adams products in the UK. I think Jeff's done us a code, a discount code. It's not a kickback code, so I don't get any money if you use it, but I think if you use the code Forensics, you get 10% off. I'll double check that, and if it's false, I'll put ignore that up in letters or something like that. But I think the code Forensic will get you 10% off with all of the Adams products at Prestige Car Care. So that is it, guys. I'm in the middle of doing all this ceramic testing right now, base coats, top coats, you know, the hydrophobic coats, looking at application, looking at the chemical resistance, looking at the durability, looking at all sorts of things to do a comparison video for some of the main market leading kind of ceramic packages. So that's going to come soon on the channel, or soonish. Just got to figure out the best way to trickle the videos out for that. But either way, guys, thanks very much for watching, and take care, and I'll see you soon on Forensics Detailing channel. Be sure, as always, to subscribe and like the video if you want to see more and that sort of stuff. Okay, thanks very much. Bye for now.